Good morning, people.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
We're trying to wake up the spirits here. Feels early today.
Yeah. Yep. Feels extra early.
Trying to slap them in. Come on, wake up.
Wake up.
It's time to get some juju. Will Orange by Limbaugh Radio.
Good morning, Greeter and Beth. Good morning.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning, John.
I don't think Orange could buy a omelet right now.
Orange can't buy an omelet.
That's what I was thinking, guys. That's exactly what I was thinking.
He's trying to grift all he can for his legal offense, I think.
Marvita, good morning. Victoria, good morning. Victoria from Bend, Oregon.
Nice.
Oh my God. What will happen to the electric bills in Texas?
Yeah, people's accounts are getting wiped out because they're being charged so much.
Good morning, Renee.
That's illegal. I think that'll get straightened out.
Yeah.
But
good morning, Lucienne.
I think those people that got their accounts wiped out are going to have trouble getting it back. It's going to be wow.
Well, at least Ted Cruz got to go on a vacation. You know, he's nice and warm, or was.
Oh my gosh! I mean, what a move!
I got Merrick Garland written down. The hearings start tomorrow and Tuesday, I guess, and they're hoping to have a vote the 1st of March, is what they're saying. Ted Cruz.
Oh gosh. Good morning, Jay.
That guy's such a weasel. Like, he just looks like a weasel.
Trying to say it.
Thank you, Jay. Good morning, Sharon. I was going to turn it here put it on my computer so I can see it in YouTube. Oh.
Well, Christina loves your guys' hair.
Thank you, Christina.
Ain't you guys special?
You mean this whole thing?
This time?
Thank you.
It's used for the Wonder Woman spin. You got to have the hair.
Big
That's
hair
right.
today. Big hair.
I got bad hair day, so I'm putting my hat on again.
Oh, I like your spikes.
No, it's bedhead.
Bedhead is good. Jima, hi.
Good morning, Jima. Oh, Beth, you're too kind. Everyone's gorgeous in their own way.
Yes.
That is truth right there. The
Oh,
art
creepy.
and beauty of humans.
So it's February 2nd. Sorry, February 21st, 2001. So it's 2/21/2/21.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I like those numbers today. I can't say them, but I do like them.
That's funny.
It's a good set of numbers today. I like it.
Rock and roll.
I wonder what do ETs think of how humans look?
Well, apparently some ETs kind of look like us. I'm really into watching lately. You know who David Wilcock is? Doesn't matter if you don't. And Corey Good, they're kind of partnering up. So Corey Good has had. I won't get into it.
I'm writing down the name.
Yeah.
So is this a show or something?
David Wilcock has been around for a long time. He looks like a
Sounds
reincarnate of Edgar Casey.
Oh.
And he's really into aliens and the truth in the world, things like that. And then Corey Good, he's sort of met up with him. And
Corey Good, isn't he the band? Band? He used to be in the band. That guy?
No, he's had off-world experiences
Okay.
in the like army or federation or whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
And I don't remember why I started talking about that.
He said Wilcox is fascinating. You're watching him.
Yeah, but I forget why I was going, guys.
Hmm.
Sorry.
On a cool note, I'm a life number 7, and I just noticed I have 777 subscribers.
wow.
Dropped a few, but 777.
Good number. It's a great number.
Interesting. I don't know if YouTube's dumping bot channels or something, because it fluctuates all the time.
Yeah, it
So,
does.
not worried about it, but it's like either there's no love or they're dropping bots or something.
Thank you, Vanessa. Yes. So what aliens look like. So Corey, who has met a ton of aliens, different kinds of aliens, said there are quite a few that actually look like similar to us.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says that Wilcox supports Q.
Yeah, I know. He's taken this turn. Like he even supports 45, and I don't know if he's got messages crossed or what. I don't know. But what the Corey Good guy says is pretty fascinating.
Yeah, I've listened to a few of him.
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy's name, but he was in a band.
The guy from Blink 182.
Yes, he does a lot of research. And
he does a lot of research. Yeah.
Investigating whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I listened to quite a few of Corey Good. He's very cool, interesting stuff. But yeah, that's my let's see. Wilcox kind of got out of some weeds.
Yeah, he kind of got into this, I'm not really sure. It feels like he might have the right story, but he's got the players mixed up. I'm not sure. For entertainment purposes only.
Well, anytime you go into a different realm, you got to watch out for negative, dark ones. There's dark entities. There's dark, ETs, whatever you go, and they can get attached to you and make your thoughts go wonky. I'm a true believer in that. So,
Good morning, Kim J. Good morning, Dana.
like I did a reading with someone, and she said her neighbor was a Reiki healer, right?
Yeah.
But she was totally a Trumper, QAnon person. So how can a Reiki healer, one that heals others, totally believe this? Well, when I was doing the reading, what I was getting is that when she's doing a Reiki energy, she's taking on an energy, she's not releasing it, right?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
She's taking it in, and so when your guides tell you something, you're believing it. So she wasn't releasing this negative energy in her life that she's working on other people. And that's what I was getting from that. So that's why it always feels like you need to release those negative energies in your life that are created from others and whatnot. And you stay high-tuned and in the love and light, and don't go down that 45 rabbit hole.
Right. Good morning, Debsy.
What'd Andrea do? Just quick step out?
I don't know. She said, I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Yes.
Continued shouts and prayers to Texas. And I feel like it's gotten warmer there, right? So any news on Texas, guys?
Well, it's getting warmer here. Should get down there.
Because we're not really good. I mean, I'm looking out the window. We are melting a little here, but we're going back into some cold. So, I mean, it's still cold, but
Right. Well, Connie asked, how do you release negative energy?
Sorry, I had a cat incident I had to take care of.
flooding. Oh, so flooding's happening now. Okay. Some power back on in Texas, but not all. Just devastation though, and loss. It's just hard to believe that, people in this country froze to death in their own beds,
Right.
In the hospitals, I hadn't even taken it that far, right? I was just, because it's too overwhelming to think about, but hospitals without power or water or any other care facility or, so let's hope they,
Yep.
all the love and support they need.
Yes.
So Connie's got a question. Connie works in a toxic environment. It's very negative. Brings her down and whatnot.
Yep.
Been there.
So so you're going to work, you need to go to work, you need to do that, right?
Yeah.
How can Connie or anyone stay out of that negative vibe when you have to work in it?
Right.
It's easier, when you can just disconnect, like I've had my own family members, cousins, friends, Facebook, whatever, that really got to me toxically. And other friends, well, it's easy just to disconnect your friends or ex-friends, just saying, love and light, be gone. I'm not going to deal with you. You don't have to live with them. But Connie works with them. And other people, have to deal with that too.
That's right.
It just happened again to me recently. The same thing, someone at work. And I got caught up in it. And then overnight I realized, okay, I had set my expectation too high for that person. I expected that person to behave in a certain way. If I reduce because that's me projecting onto them how they should behave, right? So I reduce my expectation of that person. So now if they do something or talk a certain way I'll be like, that fits in with the profile. So I won't be surprised or upset or taken down by it. Because that's person's level, right? Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's very helpful. And kind of giving you that separation also.
Because it validates how you feel, that this is toxic or whatever, but you can't expect everyone to behave the way you behave. So if you set your expectation lower for someone else,
exactly,
and you don't get disappointed.
That plays over into relationships too. When I was in private practice, it seemed to, one of the links always was to unrealistic expectations that you have on your partner.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at that, like that. So across the board, relationships of all kinds, check that expectation level.
Yeah.
Is it realistic for that other human?
Right. And you said
other person's
your family members, you can set it for your president, you can set it for whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So Connie says, the principal should act like a leader, but they're not. So don't project that they should act like a leader because they're not going to. That's not their expectation of themselves.
Right.
Yeah, and just stay in your own high vibration. No, and be grateful it's not you, that you're not acting that way.
And just continue to send out that love and light.
Yeah.
Well, myself, I'm grateful that I do have a work environment that it's good, finally. In my past and other jobs, I just avoided them. Bosses came in later, whatever it is. Prayed I had my list for work when he was gone already.
Mm-hmm.
But when I had to be around those certain people, I just did the higher ground and played nice. It's just all you can really do and stay in the higher. Don't be confrontational.
Mm-hmm.
and take the higher ground. And then when they leave, then secretly go, oh my God, you know. It's best to, you know, stay in your own graces of who you are and not be confrontational, because that'll bring you down. But I totally get it, because I have been there with other, you know, other employers, bosses that are just horrible people, and they just want to control you, and you can do nothing right and whatever it is, you know. But just I avoided the confrontation as much as possible, and just be better than them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right. So jumping in now.
Anything in the news this week, folks?
Oh, lots of the news. There's always news.
Lots. We might as well dive in.
Let's do something nice first. Merrick Garland. How's it going to go? They're going to confirm him? And then a part 2 is kind of like, I've sensed it. I think we've gotten it before, but let's recheck. But are the major investigations into 45 on hold because of waiting for this confrontation, you know, confirmation,
Right.
and getting the DOJ all set in? Because all these U.S. attorneys need to be in place also within the administration, whatnot. So, or they just haven't finished the, you know, investigations into him, because we all want to see our justice come, right?
That's right. And here he is.
Oh, there you okay.
I didn't read it all. I guess he put out a pre-statement, a couple pages about why he wants to be and what he's going to do.
Oh.
Or tomorrow. It's on the web, but I couldn't get it to, on my phone, I couldn't get it to scroll up. So it's like minuscule, but people are saying it's really good. What he plans to do, that he's nonpartisan and everything like that. So let's see how the hearing's going to go.
All right, let's check that out. How is the hearing going to go?
So this is his swearing in, or like?
Well, you know, he's got to go in front of the Senate.
But yeah, vetting process or whatever.
Right. They're going to ask him questions and down to a vote. Last I seen, they're going to do a 2-day hearing, and then the first they were going to vote. I don't know why they have to wait so long, but unless there's other things on the schedule. But, you know, is he going to get confirmed? Is it going to go well? GOP going to fight it? Lindsey Graham's been fighting it.
Well, Lindsay's a puppet, so who's ever pulling the strings is fighting it.
True. Truth. Yep. I feel he, you know, when I'm checking in, I feel he's really solid. You know, he talk about expectations. He knows what to expect and who, you know, who's going to be the, I feel like he's really prepared as far as like, I don't know how to put this in words, but he's going to, like, they'll look stupid in with, you know, with how he answers back. It's going to make the ones that, you know, kind of are giving pushback on him. He's going to make them look stupid. But he's very prepared. He's, you know, I was expecting to step into some energy of anxiety about it, but it's like, he's just so solid that it's like,
I can tell you one thing: if he does get in, he's going to cause Orange a shitstorm.
Yep, I think he's prepared too.
Yeah, he can't be bribed.
Yeah. In the end, I got the Seven of Cups and Knight of Wands. I think he's going to hold back some things.
Hmm.
I think he does want justice, like like the Democrats want, and 84 million Americans. But the Seven of Cups makes me feel he's got a plan, and he's not going to share everything. It does feel like those some Republicans are going to fight back with some stupid questions in the hearing. The Eight of Wands and Seven of Swords here. But he's going to be the magician within, going to be the star. Knight of Cups, he's not going to hold back. He's going to do what's right. And he is prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he gets in, he's
there is, in the past, I do have that little bit of a heartbreak and grudge from the Supreme Court. Eight of Coins, Two of Swords, and Four of Swords.
Oh, he didn't get in as a.
When he was in the Obama administration, he was up for the Supreme Court. Republicans denied him. So I do feel a little bit of a grudge there with those three in the past. But he's going to do the right thing, and he's going to take no names and do the right thing for the country.
Yeah.
But I feel overwhelming.
It looks like he gets voted in. It might take either it's time for this to happen, or it might take a little bit more time. I don't know if the conversation goes long, or these, like, would it drag out?
No, they got other business. It's on the docket for 2 days, a hearing, and then vote.
Okay.
Whenever they do, but I think it's going to be pretty overwhelming, like maybe 93-7 or something like that. It feels pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess Cash Peters did and Cash Peters did a thing on
Did a
him.
video?
Yeah. I do see that you said holding back a little, of what he's going to be doing. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the Republicans are going to hit him up, or what are you going to investigate, It's only that, like I said, with that Seven of Cups, it feels like he's got that plan, but he's not going to say anything in the hearings to feed into the GOP.
This also tells me in this little spread as well that he's prepared. He's prepared to face any of this madness. So could go either way on that. But I do feel that, of course, he's not going to share everything. Anyways, yep.
So many good readers out there to check out at times. Connie says Kristen Langston's got a good pick a card.
A good what?
Pick a card reading.
Oh.
So it was interesting. Yeah. I've been busy lately with some readings from some lovely people and
I know I don't have time for anything, and I wish I did.
I've missed quite a few.
And one thing I have to watch is Renee. She chatted with Heart and Soul Connected on Thursday, so
I checked that. I gotta
check that. I haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah, I gotta check that out. And yeah. I missed the last time. I think, Andrea, you guys got on, but I didn't have the timing. I didn't know what time it was at. But
we can join the next one.
Okay.
You talk about the manifesting one?
Yeah, it'll be March 16th on my channel. So if you want to come on over.
Okay. Yeah, I was all ready to go, and then I seen it was later. I'm like, I'm going to get a snack quick. Fell asleep.
Classic Scott.
I woke up. Pretty much. There's been a few times for mystery. You texted me, "Hello, wake up." You're sleeping. Oh yeah, I did those off.
Wake up.
Okay.
So to answer Victoria's question about Rh negative, there's lots of beliefs, but this is what I believe, and also Sterling. If you watch Sterling on the YouTube, he believes this as well. That it's actually a mix with a long time ago, a mix coming in from ET, like an alien mix, but it doesn't make you. You're not part alien. You're not an alien or anything like that. But that blood type, that Rh negative, did come in through some of that back in the day.
It's the natural healing RNA.
So
Is that what you're meaning?
the Rh negative.
Right. It's like a natural healer kind of thing. The blood.
Well, I know that one of the biggest problems with Rh negative blood is that it attacks when you are pregnant. It attacks and kills the
Baby.
the baby. So you have to take you have to have a special shot to be
Really?
able to keep the baby, unless you get an Rh negative baby, and they're compatible. So they're so yeah. So you can take and dive into this really far, but from what I believe, and what also, if you want to see Sterling, he believes that too. That it's from back in the day, and it's a mix. It doesn't make you an alien, but you do have that
can
blood
pop up, right? Just like a tailbone can come through. Some people are born with like
correct
protruding tailbone, because that's old genetic stuff that can
come. It came through
out.
the aliens. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
All right. So I just had to throw that in because she asked that a few times. I could see it coming up. Is an unknock. GM Dave's had, yeah. So there's more information coming up here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Karen
so,
says correct.
yep. I'm Rh and I have a t-shirt. Yep. I'm Rh negative too. So.
Victoria, you say, Andrea, do you what? Have a link?
Yeah, I have a link.
Yep.
For Sterling, sure.
Or for us.
Yeah.
I'm Lilac Lantern Tarot. Lilac Lantern Tarot on YouTube. And Sterling is not. He shows up on Linda G's channel.
Oh no, he has his own channel now.
Oh, did he start one?
Yes, and
I didn't know that.
It's awesome. He goes through once a week. He gets on and he goes through the top 10 questions, and it's pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't know that. How exciting! Yeah. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does like a top 10 questions, and
we can all be very. We have to harness our feelings about this, but he literally has been on for 2 weeks and he's already almost at 20,000 followers.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I have to harness my deep understanding, since I've been on since 2017 and I'm at 3,500. Says a lot about me, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know what it says.
Oh well, it's all good.
It's all good.
okay. Another lovely asked about Florida's governor. Is he going to get any? Well, they have a Republican state senate, so what are they going to do? But he's trying to defranchise voting, and this horrible response to COVID. She was wondering if there's any justice against him. You know, that usually takes the state government to do anything about it. But you wanted us to look into Mr. DeSantis. Any justice coming there? Censure. You got to get out. We got to wait till voting.
So Florida.
He's basically trying to kill people and disfranchise voting.
Oh.
So what are we asking?
Yeah. So what's the specific question?
Is there any lashback? Is there any kind of justice? Anyone going to stop him from being an asshole, basically?
For the Florida governor, okay.
For the Florida governor. I mean, yeah,
Florida governor.
it would take outside influences to sue him for his COVID response and lack up thereof, like Crew or something. The state government's going right along with him.
Well, I see he's getting kickbacks. Okay.
Yeah.
Abundance, debauchery, whatever the words you want to use. He has not learned yet. This is a kindergarten teacher, so he has not learned his lesson. He's definitely in cahoots with others, which is making him his money. Something's going to come to light. Something is going to come to light. He's going to face disappointment and failure.
They're asking about the 16th. That's on Heart and Soul Connected.
No, it's going to be on my channel. We go back and forth.
Oh, you're going to your channel. Okay.
Yeah. And if you guys want to play along, we can do it on your channel too.
I thought Allie was doing it all the time, but it's going to be on
No,
your
we come back and forth on our channels. So March 16th will be with this one.
Right.
Putting your souls together to do a little manifestation.
Collective energy healing to people in the chat or to like Texas, or, another country or Mother Earth.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday night.
Yeah, when I tapped into this energy regarding him, he definitely, I kept getting the word pompous, and kind of like an arrogance about him. And he really feels like I think, like you said, Andrea, like that kindergartner card, like he doesn't have, like he feels like there's not going to be a consequence for his actions. Like he thinks he can just get away with it
Hasn't learned.
He just hasn't learned and, continued forward. I do feel like there is someone who's funding him or, there's some kind of connection there with someone with money, but his lies and all of that, it's coming to an end. His little negative ways, I do see it coming to an end at some point. But right now, he really likes himself. So
thank you, Linda.
thank you, Linda. Blessings.
He's deeply connected in the GOP mob. In the past, I'm getting that GOP mob, and he was right there with Trump. He literally wanted death.
Thank you, Karen. Blessings to you. He's a Trump wannabe, she says.
It's horrible here, but there is going to be an end to him because they're going to find some links. The Three of Cups is my link together.
Yeah.
What he's done with the Eight of Wands, and then we got an ending. There is going to be some justice of sorts, but I'm not getting justice cards, but because I got the Star, investigator, looks like a female, and he will be in the hangman position there, reevaluating. On the bottom of the deck, I have the Three of Coins, which is like in my deck, it's always got books, so it always represents indictments or putting things on paper or something like that. So it feels like the end, and most likely is going to be he's going to be voted out. I'm not saying a justice kind of card, but there is someone coming in with investigations, to put an end to him. And
Yeah, I wonder, does he have to step down or something? I saw failure. So
there is failure. I mean, I had death.
Something coming to light and then failure.
Right. The overall energy of my throw is death and investigations or some kind of documentation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So something's coming there. I didn't get the justice, but it may just be what comes out. He has the choice and he has to step back from what he's been doing. With these 4 swords, 4 of cups, 9 of wands, and then there's the choices card. The crossroads, what do I do? So these are sad stepping back ones, the 4 swords and 4 cups. There's sadness, there's stepping back from the situation. So whatever someone finds on him eventually, whether it's at election or prior, he is going to change a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see him going forward as the governor next round. People are going to actually wake up and see, this man is horrible. He tried to kill us.
You think they'll wake up?
When you take no responsibility for your citizens,
Yeah,
it's not good.
I'm with Karen on this as well. Karen said he's just a sadistic man, and he really wants to be one of the gang, one of the good old boy gang. And I feel like that's the whole thing I was feeling when I stepped into his energy. And and so far he's gotten away with everything, right? Karen said, and it's true. Just like he just feels like he's going to get away with it, guys. It's so crazy. Thank you for posting Sterling's new site. Now he really is going to get to 20,000.
Oh, I'm subscribing.
Someone wants that reading from him, huh?
I do. I say love every time. I think it'd be fun. I think it would be fun to get a reading from him. He's such a he brings that cerebral
Mm-hmm.
as well as the spiritual together, and I love that combo. Same with our lovely Akashic reader,
Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I hadn't had a reading in years, and so when I pulled my pennies together to get a reading, I chose him because of that cerebral and
Yeah.
Well, what made a lot of sense to me, which I didn't make it click completely, is when you go for a reading with him, he makes you connect those 3 ways.
yes,
Earth, your heart and soul and spirit.
Yeah.
And that's perfect. It's like that was kind of missing when you want to meditate or get into energy. He talked about finding your favorite space on earth and then connect yourself and connect with spirit and the God source and everything. And
thank you, Jay.
it really does make you feel that total connection you have with our energetic spirit self and earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's Bob's last name again?
I don't think he gives out his last name, but if you want to,
it's in his.
there's some people who don't know who he is. So if you go over to my channel, I've done a couple Q&As with him. And you can email me if you want, lilacmessage@gmail.com, and I'll send you Bob's info if you want to get a reading with him. He's a super awesome guy. And yes, we are going to do another episode soon.
I know. Everybody's waiting.
I know.
Some people are asking, you want to explain what he does?
Bob is an interesting man. He's an engineer by day, and he is also an Akashic reader. So he has learned how to do that. He's been doing it, I think, a couple decades. He's a lovely man. Check out the videos on my channel.
Yes. And thank you, Renee. She put my link on.
Oh, nice. Everyone subscribe to Debbie.
Let's get me over 4,000. That'd be nice.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, so we do another show with Bob. We were supposed to do one a couple weeks ago, but we've both been too busy. So, and he has to do a bit of research for this one that we're going to do.
Oh, okay.
He's got to get into the book, into this record for this one. So, yeah, it's coming soon.
So exciting.
Yeah.
And the thing is you have a time with him, and then you're like, okay, you had the experience, and now I have a list of questions that I want to do with them. You know what I mean? Now that I know what kind of it's about.
Right. That's what I figured out afterwards. Have all your questions ready. You can get into more, so he doesn't have to search your whole 10, 20,000 lives where to go, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy.
Because
I
have your experiences. Oh, you did? Okay.
I had my list of questions, but then I had a whole list of new ones after meeting.
Right.
Yeah, so he can tell you how many lives you've had, or like how far you go back. So I think I'm over 19,000 or something. I was in Atlantis.
Scott's your elder.
I know Scott's older than me.
Really? I thought you were older than me. I have to look back.
No, you're like 20 something, aren't you? Like
he saw me for sure 19. He said I had many lives in Atlantis, which is fascinating, and that I was a crystal engineer. So I understood, which is why I'm probably so attracted to crystals, right? Since a kid, I've always been. I understood the science of them, I guess, in Atlantis.
Marlene's 27,000 years old.
Yeah, Marlene's older than me. Yeah, she told me that. So that's awesome.
Really?
That's so cool. Yeah. No, what I loved about it, you guys, is that it really helps you understand your life now, and kind of like it all kind of even when you go back 19,000, like you said, 19,000, you there's a connection there, and how, oh my gosh, like you said with the crystals, this is why I'm so drawn to crystals, because you've brought that forward. And the thing that made sense to me was that, I studied and was with the oracles. I'm
jealous of that. I got to be honest.
But it makes sense too, because in this lifetime, even from birth, I was always a very different child. But you know what I mean? And they didn't have words for it. They just said, you're just mystical. You're just a mystical, interesting child. You know what I mean? So it makes sense.
You saw that I was a princess in a former life. I mean, obviously.
And that obviously makes sense to this lifetime. I love it. And Scott and I have been brother and sister in a few lives, and a brother and a life.
Wow.
3 lives.
Amazing.
Yeah, those are the questions that I asked. I mean, because I had a few ready, but I could have had more. But I mean, he's tapping into things. But then if you have other questions like, oh, do I have a life with this person? Another thing I found fascinating, I did the DNA thing, right? And a lot of your lives, at least 4 or 5, will connect to where your ancestors come from. So the DNA do give hints of where you've been in your past lives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did say I'm 20,800 years old.
Yeah, I knew it was 20 something. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Andrea had a little more, but gotcha.
Well, I can't disclose that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Bob said we knew each other back in Atlantis too. We worked together, so it's no surprise that we met each other here.
Made that connection here. Yeah. Wow. I love it.
I know. I want to talk to him right now.
I know. Where is he?
Bob, send the link, right?
In here, Bob. He can tell you about this life, Lisa, as well. So you can go in with questions. You can go in with personal questions, things maybe upsetting you in this life, or things you want to know. And I went in with 2 personal and 3 sort of broader scope, like how old am I in the period of time?
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. We dove deep in to this lifetime, and then I said, okay, now let's do the fun stuff.
Yeah.
What I found fascinating, I can't grasp. He said there I had a future lifetime. Future lifetime of the future of the planet. There was a union with extraterrestrials. on a spaceship of guardian of the planet Earth. There's Palladian connections, and this is before 2050 in a battle of ascension.
How interesting is that?
I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't grasp that of being in a future plane
Yeah. Yeah.
that helps the ascension.
That's
That's
awesome.
coming. That's coming. I'm like,
That's coming. Interesting.
that's really weird. But yeah.
Yeah, good question, Connie. And that was for me. That's why I had to save up and and then make the call to have this reading with him. But I think it's in around 120 or something.
Yep.
Yeah. It was definitely a big spend for me.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But you have your questions ready and figure out where you've been. I mean, like I was in the service, and I immediately asked, did that have a connection to my past life? And right there, boom, 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 he found many lives where I was, like a captain or a lieutenant. There was a lot of wars. I fought a lot of wars in like Poland and England and France. He found a lot of battles. I'm like, well, that makes sense why I got out. I probably died early in battles or something. That internal fear of, possibly something happen again.
Now, when you were, when you were in this time around, did it feel familiar and like normal? Like this is familiar and to me, like, did you feel that when you were in this time around the service?
Did it feel what? Sorry.
Did it feel like home, or did it feel normal?
Yeah,
like
it felt like home. It felt right. But it was just the weird how the timing went. That the day I got my letter to decide to get in, stay in or get out, I was pissed off at our shop chief. He made me do some dirty work that I was over rank of other people. And I was hot, sweaty. Well, other young ones were sitting in the break room doing nothing. And I came back, in my inbox was that letter. I took it home. I'm getting out. So if that day didn't happen, I probably would have stayed.
Wow.
So that was the advice I give my daughters. Never make a decision when angry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Calm down first. Look at all the scenarios. So never make a decision angry. So
That's a good one for all of us.
Yeah.
So his name is Bob, and if you would like to connect with him, connect through Andrea, Lilac Lantern. So check out her page and get her email there, and email her, and she connects you, because he doesn't have a channel or anything, and
No.
he doesn't put his
I think
stuff
he
out
created
there.
a website recently, but yeah, you can email me lilacmessage@gmail.com. I'll connect you with Bob, and he can give you the details. Yes, it's in American, and he is in America.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've wrapped up the Bob thing.
Yeah, let's move on.
Highly recommend.
It's a great
Thank you,
question to get
Marcia.
into. I mean, it's very fascinating. Yes, Dan,
right.
it's excellent advice. Always sleep on it. When you're making a big decision, sleep on it.
Mm-hmm.
But, live and learn, but choices made, but it was meant to be. I probably wouldn't be here right now if I didn't make that choice.
That's true. It's true. All right.
All right. Where do we want to go next, huh?
Next question.
Do we want to go with Roger Stone, Alex Jones, and Ali Alexander? Are they going to be... They're investigating them now into the Oath Keepers and the insurrection of January 6th.
Thank you, John. Blessings to you.
Roger Stone says he was not involved. But there's proof otherwise.
Isn't there a picture of him with those people? Yeah,
there is, the day before. Having a meeting.
Yeah.
So the DC prosecutors are going after them. Alex Jones is that, QAnon talker, podcaster, or whatever. He's a fruitcake. So are these guys going to be tied into the insurrection? I guess that would be the question. Roger Stone, Alex Jones, Ali Alexander. Or will the investigation be fruitless? Because these oath keepers, they're flipping. They don't want to be in jail for 20 years.
Mm-mm.
They didn't get their pardon.
Should we read one at a time? Like each dude one at a time?
Okay, how about I'll take Roger Stone, Andrea take Alex Jones,
Okay.
Allie Alexander for Debbie.
I have who?
Allie Alexander.
Allie. Okay. I was
Think he
tapping
was an oath keeper guy or
into Roger Stone. I'll be interested to see what you get for him. Okay,
Well, you
Allie.
can have Roger if you want. If you
Okay,
have
I'll take Roger since I'm looking at him right now.
All right, I'll take the
When I look over here,
Alexander.
I'm tapping in. I'm looking at him right now. He's, yeah.
I'll take the Alexander dude.
Okay.
50.
So this is specific to the Capitol siege or the Capitol riot? Okay.
Are they going to find the links and coordination to the Genesis?
Whoo! Woo!
Hi, Tanya. She might be, Tanya might be saying hi to another Debbie, but just in case.
Just in case you say hi. He's going to take quite a fall for this shit.
Wow.
Stuff's going to come to light that we don't know about, some crazy stuff. I asked if he's going to be charged. I got yes. In time. Dark stuff.
Mm.
And then it looks like, he was under 45's order or someone connected to 45 to be in the midst of this.
I'm getting Allie Alexander is in the mix too. 6 of Wands. Here's your mob. Here's your GOP. Knight of Coins in the center. I think that's money. The offer of money to do what he did. And then I have all for 45. King of Coins with the offer to cause the chaos for the 5 of Wands for the January 6th. All coordinated. Three of Swords and 5 of Swords. All to try to change the vote for 45 when I'm getting there. The chaos of the 6. Cause the chaos. Bring change for Trump. I think he's all involved. Linked together. DC prosecuting here, the King of Swords. The loss. There will be 9 of Cups celebration when it comes out. It's all linked together. Yep.
Yep. Marlene wants to know what deck you're using there, Scott.
Oh, it's my favorite, Lord of the Rings.
Mhm.
Someone
That
said
is
they
pretty
actually
cool.
found a deck online. He said I purchased mine like in 2002. So I don't know. I haven't found any more, but this is the one I learned to throw on.
Love it.
With the little words and the fighting, it really helped bring it all together and understand. Like I said, with the 3 of Coins there, it shows a library or book. So it's learning, or here's an indictment. Here's something on paper. That's where I learned to understand that. And like the King of Coins shows a big giant tree, and that was the presidency. So I established him as Trump. And then like the 4 of Coins shows a smaller tree.
Mm-hmm.
So then all of a sudden I got that was like smaller branches of government. FBI or
Oh, interesting.
it could be
Yeah.
Senate.
Yeah.
So that made me get that all kinds of things, and it really brought a lot together. It's so easy to connect with it. And like the Nine of Coins, everything's for balance. Nine of Coins is bringing everything to balance. It's like
Yeah.
the cycle of the universe and bringing everything in balance.
Mhm.
So it make so all these pictures on this is great. Like the Eight of Coins. You're working on things, and this one became the one for working on a body or having issues in the body or coronavirus. Because you got working on it, and then you got someone laying down. Could be a doctor. Or above.
I just love, and everybody, when you find your deck, that really calls to you, and how all the symbols on there just come alive for the person who's reading. Yeah, that's so cool. I love it.
Okay, Ardessa says Amazon does have Lord of the Ring decks.
Oh, cool.
Jump on it. Like, this is my fave. It's a go-to. It's so. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, huge. So.
Exactly. So I love that. That one deck. So regarding Roger Stone, so when I was, kind of stepping into his energy and trying to getting what's going on with him regarding this, there was definitely anxiety around it. I feel like he actually, because of his own experience, jail experience or whatever, he didn't want to get involved with this in the beginning, but he was kind of had to. You know what I mean? Like, it was like one of those, you owe me, like that type of thing.
Right.
And so he felt a responsibility to it, even though he's like, kind of anxious about doing it, or being involved. At this point, I feel a lot. He's being very trying to stay under the radar, but he won't be able to do that for very long because of his personality. But he's anxious about this. I do, however, feel what I was seeing, that he'll be anxious through the process, but I feel like it's something he's going to get away with. So then I threw some cards, and that's kind of what came out, that it was something he didn't want to be involved with, but he had to. It was something that kind of being forced on. But I do see that, he's very anxious about it, and then, but I do feel like he's going to get away with it. Or get away, or nothing's going to come down. Like, he's not going to go to jail or anything like that over any of this.
Wasn't he pardoned by?
It was like a pardon. What's that called, Scott? When
commutation. Commutation.
Commutation. And so
he served his time.
So he wasn't pardoned for the crime, but he served his time for it.
Okay. So even if they say he did it, it doesn't matter because he won't go to jail, right?
For that last thing he did, yeah. For the campaign stuff, right?
Oh, so the pardon is only specific to something, or is it in general, like a blanket pardon, like no matter what you
what
do?
he did before, federally.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But you can still get him on other crimes if they find it.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
Hi,
Hi.
this Arrow.
Hi,
Hi.
Arrow. You're so handsome.
He's a good boy.
Is that your sword, buddy? Brings you knowledge.
This one, yeah. I think he's more psychic than both.
Hugs to kitties.
He sends me sonar.
So you think Alex Jones is going down, right?
Yeah. You know what was weird when I got into his energy? And I don't know how to describe this because I've never seen it before. There was nothing in his head. It's like, and I don't mean dumb. I don't even know what it means, but like, it was like clear. It was like empty space. It was like an empty sky. Like I don't know. I don't know if he's there.
Mm.
You're I guess if you're in the QAnon field,
Yeah, maybe
you don't you don't focus on anything else but that, I guess.
It was weird.
Oh, it's like even like Hannity and those Fox News people, they're still on that same focus. Hannity and the other Yahoo still spouting lies, spinning things.
So he may not fully get away with if someone's talking about me in the chat. So he may not fully get away, but I don't see him going to jail or anything like that for it.
So I see on Fox News reporting that Biden's dog was not clean. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. What are they doing? You don't pick on an animal anyway.
The dog's not presidential because he was rolling around in the dirt and he's not looking clean. That's what they report on. It's just like, are you kidding me?
Really, is that all you have? That's really digging, isn't it?
You know, and I see people on Twitter. Oh no, here comes the tan suit again. You know, with Obama. Let's bring him because let's bring him down because he's got a dirty dog.
Flagging that dear Miranda Lynn keeps asking about Eric Prince. Was he part of January 6th? So I think you'd mentioned we're reading on him.
He was on the list.
She knows she keeps putting the question.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Eric Prince. All right, let's do Eric Prince.
Eric Prince. I think someone else said something about India or Israel or some kind of thing going on overseas too, but I seen someone on Twitter said something about like I could guarantee wouldn't be surprised if Eric Prince wasn't involved in organizing the 6th. But
exactly.
Write it down.
I mean, who picks on a dog? What did someone say he's a 12-year-old German Shepherd? I mean, was it the German Shepherd?
Right.
Yeah.
Or 14. I mean, that's a beautiful dog to start with, a German Shepherd, and that's a cool.
Yeah.
Why did Fox News pick on Snowflake being home alone in the cold? Ted Cruz's dog, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now that just makes me wild, right?
Yeah.
You not only did you leave the people behind, but you left your dog in the cold house.
Oh, Libya, yeah. There's reports that that Eric Prince might be doing something in Libya right now.
For entertainment purposes only.
Beep up.
Okay, so what is the question?
Eric Prince involved in the 6th.
Oh, in the 6th, sorry.
Organization or helping with funds, throwing crypto around. Roxanne Snowflake is fed up with Cruz.
Aww. Snowflake.
I seen Cruz is trying to be a hell of a guy. He handed out a few bottles of water yesterday.
We should start a campaign to adopt Snowflake. Someone who will love Snowflake. Not leave him in the cold.
No, thank you, Nancy. Eric Prince got popped by the UN for illegal arms sales or something like that. Love peace. Free Snowflake. Free Snowflake.
Exactly. Hashtag free Snowflake.
Jesus.
Yeah. We're all quiet now. It's interesting. I can kind of talk right now a little bit while you guys are doing that. The sense of his essence is just real sneaky and always. I feel like it's been since he kind of came in to this lifetime with this, but you know, I'm seeing his hands in his pockets and kind of a slimy feel and kind of always looking over your, you know, like getting away with stuff. Or doing stuff behind, like sneaky stuff. I feel like he's always had that, is what I was sensing when I stepped in. And every time I'm looking for more information about him, and it just shows him he's just. I don't feel that he makes choices from a good place. How's that? It's always what's the next thing I can do, you know what I mean? Always kind of looking for the next deal. But you would never want to deal with him. I don't know, you know, even with these arms and things that he's done, I don't even know why they would want to deal with him, because he has this reputation as kind of like coming through here. So that's kind of that.
Yeah. He'll do anything more for money. It doesn't matter. If he can get away with it and make more money, cool.
I see quite an ugly story. Where does one start? So the seducer. So enticing these people to go and protest, riot, okay? And to cause interference. So he was, you know, gathering these people up. I see that he has the money, right? And the power behind this. So, you know, money and the power. Behind the scenes, the moon card, you know, this sort of dark underground is what I'm feeling. He's trying to avoid the spotlight in this.
Mm-hmm.
And all the fighting that took place, all of these cards lined up right behind the hermit. So he is, you see what I mean? He's behind the scenes doing all this, doesn't want any of the light. He's like the seducer in the dark, you know, getting these people in and, you know, providing money and power. That's what it kind of looked like. There's all these yuckiness behind the hermit.
Yeah, that makes sense to that slimy feel in the kind of in the shadows feel I had when I stepped. Yeah.
I'm not getting like it's, you know, he was tied to money, but there's definitely assistance.
Assistance.
Yeah, he's a
I got
snake.
the 6 of Pentacles. That's the assistance card. Aiding assistance,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because that's like getting a loan or getting some advice, getting something, you know, not like getting paid. So it's kind of like you said, it's behind the scenes. And here's the insurrection. So he is involved at some point. We got the 4 of Wands, that's the White House or the Unity card in the middle, and then 10 of Swords. It's kind of like he may have devised the plan of how to Trump go about it. You know, if you do this, get your people riled up to break in. It's like he devised the plan. Not that he was coordinating or anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like the planning guy. That's what I'm getting from this. The Russian narrative. our government to try to change. That's the ending. Three of Cups, star, government. It's like the Russian narrative
Hmm.
to try to overthrow our government and make a change. To have that celebration, it was all in hope, But I don't know if it really comes out because I don't think there's a paper trail with this guy.
Hmm.
Oh no.
It's like he was just an advisor. It's like, this is how you need to do it. Kind of like the same thing that Russia does. They're trying to revolt against theirs, but Putin and them just arrest people. No, you're going away. We're shutting that down. Well, we don't do that here. They let it happen,
Mm-hmm.
because they wanted to change a different scenario. Putin wants to stay in, so does Trump, but the only way to do that is to stop a vote. So it feels like he devises the plan kind of thing. This is how we do it. Because there's already, we already seen the reports of who secretly gave money. They found, certain people gave money, paid for people to go there. It was paid by crypto mostly, so they found that trail.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
we got all these secret cards behind him,
Yeah.
Top of the deck in the past was High Priestess, so his secret
Mm-hmm.
to change the outcome with justice. So it's all secret.
Yeah. I mean, but that was he's trained in, wasn't he like whatever you call it, dark ops or black
Right.
ops? Or,
Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
And then intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just backing you guys up what you said. So yes, he was all, definitely part of that. But I also see that, he kind of cuts and runs. So he riles it up or whatever is part of it, and then he cuts and runs there. However, even though let's start with these two, the Magician and the Chariot coming, a lot of major arcana with him in this reading. But so with the Magicians, he brings in his toolbox, money or however it is to stir up this adversity and trouble and conflict and try to ring it in for what he wants or whatever. This is regarding the six and taking back the country or whatever. But I don't see it working out for him in that. It may. I don't feel like he's going to be able to hide from this fully.
I totally feel there's other things they know about him, but
yeah. So in general, and I felt like this was more because of all the major arcana, that this had more to do. This had an overall feel to him, not just about the six, and
right.
what that means. So there's other things that possibly is concerning to him that will end him. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yuck.
It is yuck, and it's
yuck.
And how do you continue to get away with things when these are big major things, and then you have someone, I don't know, the injustice of it all.
Because he's got power or associated to power.
Yeah, then you have
way higher there or darker than we know about.
You have an older person who accidentally voted twice, like in 2006. I think it was 16. Anyways, and she was sent to jail for 2 years. I mean, how does that happen? And then you have these major players getting away with the most appalling thing. I mean, it's just like confounding. It's so. I was definitely caught into the illusion of that our country was running properly before all this madness.
Pretty much. Let's do a different read quick before getting back into other messes. Someone asked about space launches, like going to the moon or just putting a satellite in orbit. How do all this space debris and even breaking our atmosphere affect the atmosphere? It's a good question. It's like, when we break that plane of our atmosphere and going in and out, does that affect anything with climate change or anything like that?
Interesting. Okay.
One 116. Where is that?
It's not effective.
It's kind of interesting that, does that send a ripple in our ozone layer and everything?
That is so funny, Scott. You just said that literally, and that you pulled me out of the vision, but literally I was being shown ripples in a water. You know how you
That's what I was seeing too.
That was crazy. And I was like, ripples. And so then I was following the ripples out as I was watching as they hit the shore, So there is some erosion on the shore every time, when little ripples come in. It's slight, but it is there. There's slight erosion as that type of ripples happen against the shore. But they're just showing me like when you throw a stone. So the ripples aren't like waves. It's just a slight. And that's what I was seeing. That's interesting.
Yeah. I was seeing, while I was shuffling, I was seeing like when they go through the atmosphere, right, into outer space, they're bursting the bubble. Let's say it's like a pinprick in a balloon. And it can let in extra radiation is what I was feeling. As small as it may be, it does, like you're saying, it might be a small ripple, but that little hole they create can let stuff in, is what I see while I was shuffling.
Yep.
So you go through, it opens up, there's a wave of ripple, but it eventually closes back up.
Yeah.
Right.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Kevin saw the bubble too.
I got the sun. You're talking about
Radiation.
something comes in.
Yes.
That's the sun. Yeah. It feels like that ripple goes throughout the universe. I got the world and 7 of Cups here. So like when you pierce that, it just kind of like making a sonic boom kind of thing, that wave goes throughout. Feels like it ripples throughout the universe until it just goes. But yeah, It feels like a sonic boom kind of thing. It's like opens up something, and then it.
Yeah, I got King of Fire, Message of Fire, and 9 of Fire. So I think it's amplifying that sort of cosmic rays or radiation from the sun or something that gets in,
Yeah, weird. In this deck, I got the Queen of Cups and Ace of Wands. So it feels like in this deck, the Queen of Wands is dripping her cup. And then here's your fire you're talking about. Yeah, that action there is creating that feels like the ripple, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know,
I don't think it's detrimental, but it does cause, you know, like vibrations throughout the universe kind of thing, it feels like.
and it could let in pockets or particles and stuff, radiation, extra radiation, which may cause some damage somewhere. It's, you know, I mean, this would be a deeper dive read, I think, if we were really going to get into it. But it feels like, yes, there's some type of energy exchange. Something's happening when we cross through the atmosphere, when they go out and when they come back in, when they come back into land. It's kind of like every action has a reaction, right?
Yes.
It doesn't go unnoticed by Mother Earth or the energy field or whatever it is you want to say.
Yeah.
GM Dave, ripple is what Piro drinks. Oh my God, thank you. Funny.
So yeah, it's like a what is that called? When an action, a reaction type thing, and but it's hidden. You have the moon there, so it's not like an overwhelming.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a little bit hidden there, but it is happening. But it does. I feel like, but it does. This card, I know it's the Three of Swords, but this also talks about healing. So it does. I feel like it does have a little bit of being able to heal itself, but you know, but it is happening.
That's also that hurt card is reminding. It looks like a puncture, right? Like it's punctured through.
Yep, that's what when I saw that, I thought, oh yeah, that puncture. And then we have these guys coming in, and this is all about energy moving. And so really a little bit of that battle and that energy movement there. I think there's a little bit of a conflict with it, but it's not huge. Again, this is the wands.
Right.
So
yeah,
it kind of backs up what we all were given before.
Great question. Great question. I'm glad you hit on that. That was very interesting.
I always see that Knight of Wands as like one of the bigger energy movers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right.
Good question.
That was fun.
Yeah, I like those kind of questions.
Hey, let's go in another one like that.
Okay.
Instead of politics. One of the subs, Willow something or other, asked about if Moses was this the reincarnate to Pharaoh Akhenaten. Wasn't he the husband of Nefertiti? And the son was King Tut or something like that? About 1340 BC. There's been many speculations studying the Bible and whatnot that may have been the reincarnate of Moses. Some disagree, some not, but the question was Moses, Pharaoh, Akhenaten, however you want to say it.
Who came first, Moses or the Pharaoh?
Right. I think Moses came first.
Let's see.
According to timelines. But
so wanting to know if the pharaohs it was a reincarnate of Moses.
Right.
Okay.
Some say with pictures depicted, they look very similar, supposedly. But it's been a very quick turnaround. Which kind of like which came first, the chicken or the egg? Thank you, Keith. Akhenaten. That's better. Akhenaten. Yeah, Andrew and I read a Nefertiti. That was fun. She escaped him. with the daughters, except one. Anyone in the chat living in Colorado? Well, we know one person here living in Colorado. Narrative: Moses lived 120 years and was 80 when he confronted the Pharaoh. No indication how old he was when he seen the Hebrews, according to Mary. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't read on this until I know who's reincarnating into who. I can't find it on the interneting.
Well, then let's just read if there's a connection. If there's a connection between the two.
Okay, that I can do.
Yeah. Without knowing any proof, whatever, but they were saying Moses was him or reincarnate, whatever, you know. They look similar.
Is there a connection between Moses and who? Pharaoh.
Akhenaten.
Akhenaten.
Egyptian Pharaoh. Roxanne. Akhenaten. Yeah. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Thank you, Julie. She phonetically did Akhenaten.
Akhenaten. Okay.
Correct, Keith. Yeah. That Pharaoh was pushing the idea of one God only.
Yeah, Kevin, I'm with you. I'm not. When I'm looking over here, I have the two of them. You know, kind of, and I'm not seeing that connection. But I'm going to throw cards on it now. What we got. I'm getting a no on that.
Well, this is weird. Maybe I should have separated it.
I have a really interest. I don't know how to interpret this.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to separate them.
But it's, I don't know how to say this, but it feels nice. If that makes any sense. I got very nice colors here.
It feels good.
Well, it starts with the third eye, right?
Mm.
The intuition. It feels like, and there's the feel card, that there may have been some kind of, I don't know if they were tapped into the same thing. So I don't know if it was a reincarnation or they could access the same thing.
Right.
So the communication card, like, you know, did they access the same Akashic records or whatever it is?
Right. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Because what they did was very similar. They had a great influence over the people. The home represents their body, the target, and trust. And then they're both leaders. I don't know. I can't say for sure if it was a reincarnation, but I can say that there was some kind of maybe connection on a dimension, if that makes sense.
And like there's some like as far as possibly guiding from the other side as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I got.
That's what it feels like.
That's what I got. But I'd be interested.
I've never read on an incarnation, so I don't know if that's what it looks like. But yeah, there's a connection on some dimension or intuition, higher plane.
Mm-hmm.
It could be their belief system was the same, or they tapped into the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, the card, and I threw some cards too. Thank you, Catherine. She likes my scarf, guys.
We'll see. Pretty.
Yeah. So I feel like Moses was a guide for the Pharaoh. And with that Queen of Wands in the middle of mine, and it plus when I was tapping in, but she is a guy. She's when she comes up, there's some valuable assistance happening, and she's active with it. So, usually I just take what they've shown me in spirit here, and then I throw the cards, and I got this right in the middle, and so that backs up the idea of being a guide. So Moses was more of a guide, not a reincarnation, I feel. I feel like the Pharaoh, I don't know much about this Pharaoh, but yeah, it was, I have the Nine of Swords and then the King of Swords. So I feel like he had a stressful time of ruling. But I have no idea. I don't know about him, the Pharaoh. But it was a stressful time, but Moses was there to guide him from the other side, as a guide. That's what I'm getting on my end. Thank you, Renee.
Yeah, that's what it feels more like too. The Star. Then I have Hangman. And the Hangman feels like a reincarnation kind of thing, but the Star is giving from above.
Mm-hmm.
And Judgment here, it's got a bunch of ghosts, here with the Judgment in this card. The new life, a new liberation, a new
spirit guide.
A new idea.
Could have been a spirit guide or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Either as a spirit guide or took the knowledge.
Yeah.
Thank you, Suzanne. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
And then I have the Assistance card, the Six of Pentacles.
Yeah. So it's really interesting to read into.
Here's Moses in death. We have some sadness, loss, but here's giving the Knight of Cups, the love, which I feel is from above.
Yeah. Yeah, I really feel that he became one of his spiritual guides, like how we have our guides. Something like that, yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I intuitive. I'm like, when the question was asked, I'm like, no, they were not the same, or reincarnate. No. Yeah. We're just trying to figure out what, where, and why. It's a little different story. Yeah. But it feels like he changed to his own, because he decided, well, there's only one God. You should only, believe in one God. Like there's Ra is the only one to believe in, or, there's not multiple. So I'd assume that he didn't believe in the almighty world of spirits guiding everyone, that we are all one. Mm-hmm. He didn't seem to believe in the law of one. He believed in one ruler. So it feels different, because in my sense, Moses was a person of the people that gave direction from the God source. In some ways, that's why I feel the Egyptians were wrong in some of their beliefs and teachings. You don't believe in a symbol. Like even Buddha, the great Buddha. This is not the Almighty. A little symbol or Fatima. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. There's more out there than one, because we're all connected, kind of thing. So it's like Christ knew it best. It's just a matter of everyone figuring out what is. You know what I mean? That's my take. Believe it. I love it. Live it. Whatever you want to do with it. But yep, it's my take. Love it. All right.
What happened at the Mar-a-Lago meeting yesterday?
Oh, and who were the cast of characters there?
Supposedly, Lauren Boebert Q was there.
Marie, thank you,
Matt
blessings.
Gates and Lindsay, lick your butt, Graham. Former SIG dollars went through cold turkey this week.
Wow, Marie. Sending you love
Oh,
and
wow, Marie.
prayers right now. Yeah, cold.
Wow, good for you. Excellent.
Some withdrawals with that, I'm sure.
Stay strong.
Yeah, praying for you.
Not an easy one.
Okay, so who went to Mar-a-Lago this week? Lindsey Graham.
Boebert and Matt Gates, Florida, panhandled sycophant. So a crazy one and two sycophants. What did they get out of this? Are they planning trying to plan the March 4th?
Ego building, that's for sure.
Supposedly Q's coming back March 4th.
Ego building.
What are they going to get out of talking to a former president? Too much scum in one place.
Exactly, Kevin.
That's right, Kev. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elise.
You know, as I'm stepping into this, it's just like, you know, how crazy builds crazy feel to it. And just really putting a fire under themselves. Again, that ego building as well. And I feel with the Boebert thing, bringing in that young new blood type of feel to it, it's like they'll do anything to be in and on this club, right? So they know that. The other players know that they can get her to do anything.
Who's
for
this
them.
Boebert guy? What's
Boebert. It's Lauren Boebert. She's
a gun enthusiast.
Oh, her.
Yeah, she's the one that got her GED 6 weeks prior to her becoming in the Senate. A GED means that she never graduated from high school, so she had to take some tests. Yeah. But she recently hit the news again because of her Zoom call with all her guns in the back.
So her and Lindsay and 45, obviously. Was there anyone else?
And Gates.
Matt Gates.
And what does he do?
He's in the House of Representatives, and he's always been a Trump licker.
Barbecue. Aspie.
Barbecue. That's a good one.
Barbecue.
She's a wacko. Clueless.
I saw a whole ugly story, and it doesn't make sense for the two people. Lindsay and 45 I could maybe see, but it's
they're going down for a threesome.
It's kind of like literally like what they were showing me, Andrea. Maybe this will help what you're seeing. I don't know. They know that they can use this new blood because they'll do anything for you to be part of the big club.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to what you're seeing? I don't know, but anyways.
If that woman represents this card, then okay.
Okay.
Because if she doesn't represent that card, then I'm seeing Ep and Max stuff, which doesn't make Ep and Max, you know, those two people.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That would make sense maybe for 45 and Lindsay, but not for the other people that were there at Mar-a-Lago. So I'll show you what I see. Toil and labor, worried about legal matters, overseas, despair, concern. Now, here's the card I'm talking about. So if that represents that lady that just graduated and became somebody,
I think so.
okay,
Yep.
because then I thought it was the other thing.
No.
Okay. All right. Yes. So they are now bringing her into the fold, right?
Mhm.
Admitting.
Mm-hmm. I got chills on that one, so I feel like that's correct.
Ugh. So plotting, yeah. Was she involved in the Capitol thing?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Oh.
yeah. She was the one that was texting the whereabouts.
More people were.
Yeah.
She also had brought people in the day before or a couple days before.
The tour. That's
A
right.
tour. Yeah.
So Distance Horizons is planning for the future. It's not overseas. Okay. So yes, it's not Ep and Max. It is this. They are plotting. Oh, this is ugly.
I think it's a plot for the way to go with the Trump Republicans.
Yep.
That's all it feels like, a meeting about how we move forward and
It-
that way.
Exactly. That's exactly. How do we get back into the seat? How do we move forward?
Bring in the new girl.
And they're going to use the new girl because
They're going to make her the face of the whole.
they're going to
Pretty
make her.
much.
They're going to make her the fall guy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
It's not going anywhere. It won't go anywhere. And we've already read on the 4th several times, and it's always been kind of, as
Yeah. So they're concerned about how they keep moving on with this stuff,
Yep.
What do they do moving forward?
Funny. I just grabbed my kipper to see what it says. Change. Courthouse. Courtship. Mar-a-Lago. And the new privileged lady.
Yep. Yep. It's all about, and they'll make her the face of it and the fall guy.
I wonder why they didn't invite that other Yahoo from Georgia.
Because she's not as cute.
Oh, she's not as cute. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Maddie probably put the moves on her.
Something.
Just craziness. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck? One. And I forgot to put on a timestamp again. Darn it.
You're good at that. I just never could do that.
Well, I did that twice now. I forgot the timestamp, and then I'm guessing. Next. How much time we got? About 20 minutes or so? 25?
Yep.
The Inspector General is investigating from the Pentagon why Trump took the Space Command. He wanted to move the Space Command at the end of his term from Colorado, which checks out satellites and everything, to Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah. So he wanted to move a whole bunch of people. Speculation maybe to make some federal employees resign or do a favor for Alabama over Colorado.
Yeah.
So the Inspector General is looking into this. And
so what is
Peter?
The thing? Like
it's in Colorado. What I'm trying to think of the base. What do you know, Debbie? What base it is? Petersburg or Peter?
I don't remember the name of the base. Sorry.
we want to move a space base.
Yeah.
From Colorado to Alabama.
It's like the NASA Space Command or something. You know, they.
So
This
weird.
is-
Colorado,
I know it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but yeah. I don't remember the name of it.
Colorado is such a obvious choice for space. With
Well,
the-
yeah, and we have Cheyenne Mountain deal here, and yeah.
Connie says because Alabama's near the ocean. Okay, is it? I don't know. Sorry, I don't know enough of where your states are.
Well,
I wouldn't.
he had I can't remember that senator or whatever in
I look it up.
Alabama. He's a real. He seemed to be doing a lot of work with him. I can't remember that guy's name. He's a real Trumper. I think it was a way to bring money to that state, most likely.
Or just trying to play to the
And
full-on red.
Hickenlooper beat the other guy that he was buddies with.
Right.
Alabama's by the water. I did not know that. It's on the ocean.
But why?
Andrea,
I just
I
learned
didn't
where
either.
Alabama is.
I didn't know that either. And I live here.
Yeah.
But Colorado's higher to earth or higher to spirit, higher to space.
Yeah, we're right here. We're right in space.
You're right in the midst of
Why would he want to do that when he sharpied a hurricane into Alabama? You know,
Ooh.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know.
gosh.
It seems like he was trying to do a lot of favors for this senator in Alabama. I just can't remember his name right now.
Okay. So what's the
Yeah.
question? The why? Why? Or
Okay, there. Jack says there's a NASA facility near Huntsville.
They're already in. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hickenlooper beat Corey Gardner. Thank you. But why would we move a facility that's been there and been all good? No, I don't think it was Tuberville. It's another guy.
Oh, Delilah says Alabama's on the
This
Gulf.
was,
of
this was
Mexico.
done before the election.
yeah, the Gulf of Mexico, the water.
Yeah. Nora. Crystal Mountain is in Colorado.
Yeah, NORAD. Yeah, there you go. Space Command, NORAD. Yeah. He wanted to move that facility to Huntsville, Alabama. Shelby. Thank you, Sawanda. Yeah, Richard Shelby. He was doing the favor for Shelby, I think, to bring more money to Alabama,
Got it.
probably, and then to diss off more Democratic Colorado.
Yeah. I feel.
Colorado.
Okay. So did I miss the question?
Why did he want to move NORAD?
Why did he
Alabama?
want to move it? And we're just speculating now. Okay. So
Was it a favor for, Shelby and Alabama over Colorado, or some kind of security move, or?
yeah, yeah. Okay. So when I'm first tapping in right now, I keep seeing red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. So I'm assuming that has to do with some kind of political move as part of it.
Is this a done deal, or is it still up in the air?
Political and money.
I'm
Pardon?
not sure if it's done.
Okay.
Political and money move here is what I'm sensing.
Ugh. Cards.
Yeah, it's a sneaky move. It's
Where's the money?
I don't have any money cards here. Well,
No,
one.
yeah.
I don't either.
So it wasn't done for money. I think it was done for favor. Lovers and Six of Swords here.
I have the Emperor and Determination. So whoever it is really pushing for this to happen. And I think it is moving it from the mountains closer to the water, which I don't know why, but I have the Chariot upside down.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it's going to happen.
Well, Inspector General's looking at it, so they might find some dirt.
Yeah, I didn't really have a money or.
Yeah, what I'm
Let's see. What is motivation? I'll ask, what's the motivation? What is the motivation?
Maureen Mo Brooks, congressman from Huntsville, was at the rally. She thinks it's a political favor.
yeah. And
That's what it's feeling like. It's all political favor, probably to bring more money and into Alabama, maybe.
And that's when I tapped in, they were showing me the red blue, and so that the political move, and then with the auspice of bringing money into the to Alabama.
Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, bringing new life into Alabama, I guess, is the motivation.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of secret cards and behind
Me
the scenes.
too. Me too. A lot of secrets here.
You know, High Priestess, Moon, Seven of Cups. It's all secrets, delusion behind the scenes for Ace of Cups for Alabama. And then loss for the mountains in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I absolutely have the secret cards, and you know, carrying it. It's like a favor, like you said.
Yeah, it's not like an immediate payoff, but it's like a long-term.
Yeah. It's not all good intentions, though. I'm not, obviously, but it's not good intentions.
I can predict this.
Trying to get away with something here.
Is it trying to take something from Colorado?
Like, yeah, like kind of like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It's trying to change the balance of something. It's trying.
Yeah, Joni. The Pentagon Inspector General is investigating why this was done at the end of his term. Yeah. Yeah, I think Tuberville's in trouble, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Doug Jones will be back. He's a good guy. Georgia knows better. Are you kidding me? I did it again.
So is Alabama a red state or a blue state?
Oh, very red.
Red.
Colorado's
yeah.
blue. So moving, yeah, it's taken away from Colorado and giving to a red state.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deep red. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So yeah,
it's not an obvious handing over of money. It's a bigger picture kind of.
Yep. That's why we had all this
Wheel of Fortune, like trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama's so red it bleeds crimson.
Let's see.
That's right. That's
Are you ready for another one?
Yep.
All right. The CIA and the inspector or intelligence community is releasing the report or a redacted report of MBS and Khashoggi's murder. Hopefully this week or next week. Will this finally come out that 45 and Jared Kushner was involved? A lot of speculations, and it's supposedly coming out here soon. Whatever is available to release to the public. but the ties of how he died. It's finally getting released. Is it going to be a bombshell for
Who's releasing it?
the CIA
Mm.
and intelligence community? The investigations that went on that Trump hid. There's another thing I'd like to maybe get into someday, whatever, but this speculation that, what's her name? The brunette that was thinking about running for president, or she was, God, why do I forget people's names? She was the mayor or the governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley. After that incident, she resigned from the UN position. And there's speculation she knew about it or something too. But everything was squashed, by the Trump administration. But now they can officially release it. And the Secretary of State said, yes, I'm going to do it. And it's coming out soon.
Mm.
So, are they going to find the ties in the public arena about how is murder? Or is it going to be all redacted again?
Feels like it'll be redacted, but
Oh, yeah. But is it going to come out with ties? But we all hope it's that possibly Mr. Kushner or 45 helped order it.
When I'm pitching in over here, I'm seeing a lot of Jared. I'm seeing the Nine of Swords. They're showing me the Nine of Swords, which is like a lot of concern over this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing a lot of Jared. I like Trump's not even in my radar, not even coming in my radar here. But I am seeing a lot of, most of the concern right now, I feel like is Jared is feeling. So maybe that's why I'm seeing more of him. But every time I try to see where Trump is in with this, it brings me back to Jared. And he's just like, there's papers in front of him. He's just like, concerned over this. And
Yes, Marie. Jamal Khashoggi, yes.
but then when I go in deeper here, it's like it kind of goes. There's a pause on it, so I'm wondering if it'll come out later, like whatever they're going to share right now. But I feel like that possibly it may be later. And I know it sounds all cryptic, but I'm trying to understand what I'm being shown here.
yeah, I just asked specifically on Jared for this throw. So this is my Jared card.
Oh, okay.
Target, yes, it will implicate him. And look, time in jail. So
Okay.
you're right, it might be delayed or it's redacted. The black could be the redacted. So the report will show it, but maybe not.
Yeah.
It'll be redacted, right? So
Yeah.
it's in there, but you can't see it. And he's definitely worried about the secrets getting out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am getting redaction too. But it does implicate Jared. Here's the 5 of coins. I'm feeling that's redaction. Here we got the investigations that were done. Biden administration opening it up. Redaction on MBS. Strength card. The info's there. Jared is involved. What he did with the past with them, his connections and ties.
Mhm.
Fate being served. Old Jared is in trouble.
Yeah.
So is MBS.
What does MBS mean?
He's the crown Muhammad, the crown prince, the younger one. And Biden said he won't deal with him. He's dealing with the older. I can't remember names, but Mohammed bin Salam or something like that. But Biden's dealing with the father or whatever. He's a terrible man. He's a horrible man, MBS says.
Good morning, Clarence. Welcome.
Khashoggi was writing a lot about him and his oppression of people and women. And I think he found ties with Jared and 45. And I think it was ordered to kill him because of the ties he found with illegal sales and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just asked on 45. It clearly implicates him in the report.
Okay.
But look, the truth will be redacted.
Wow.
Yeah. I always felt it was going to be a bombshell. But now it's being uncovered that they're gone.
I think it implicates he was under the influence of the person you talked about, who I'm not going to name, a certain family overseas, to kind of make this happen.
Yeah, there's rumors that for entertainment purposes only. There was rumors out there that like the Five Eyes got intercepted Jared's communications with WhatsApp in his talks on the phone. So it's rumors those have been hid too, and knowing they're out there. And I think they got the dirt on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think Jared's in big trouble.
They absolutely do have a strong case here that they're bringing out, that they're releasing. Very strong case, but only so much is going to be revealed to us.
That happens with ongoing investigations. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's coming.
Yeah, Catherine, kind of like that. Yeah, that kind of connection. That, yeah.
God.
Isn't it just better to be a good person?
Amen. So much easier.
It's so much nicer to be a loving, Pharaoh spirit reader on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just be a good person is all you have to do.
All we have to worry about is bots.
Exactly.
Bots and trolls. So yeah, Debbie's got some loving energy going on here. About 20 and a half hour.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get out of MBS and throw some cards for everyone today.
Okay. What?
Love and light, love and light.
Love and light, everyone.
So if everyone wants, head over to Debbie's channel at 11:11.
Yeah. Yes, come on over.
You and Karen today?
Me and Karen, you're welcome to fly in if you want. But yeah, it's Karen and I today.
True, Kevin. Anytime I read in those horrible people, it kind of sticks to you, you know? MBS, Jared, Stephen Miller.
That's why you light the incense.
Eric Prince.
Exactly.
Horrible men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're still getting lots of replies from our Friday night fun, you guys. A lot of people had a good time with all of us. So that was fun.
Super friends.
Super friends.
T-shirts made.
The crazy crew.
All right. Message of the day.
Why does justice take so long? Well, you gotta have a solid case. Well, it's like, Maxwell gets arrested. Her what? Her court date isn't for 18 months kind of thing, Not like Russia. You go get arrested and you're in the Supreme Court 2 days later.
Mm.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. They're swift. I'll go first. I have the Ten of Pentacles. And that little heart there. I was really drawn to that little heart. And you see him working away. Everything's organized there. I love it. And do you see how for this reading and for us, I feel he's focused on one item there, and the heart is there on the table. And I feel like Spirit is really coming in today, bringing in turn your head towards, refocus and know your full inheritance, and inheritance and happiness and that family. So what is that? We can be distracted by things in our life that pull us away from our blessings. And so I feel with this card, it's like, remember all your blessings. And it's so easy to focus on what is hard, and the depth of that energy. And I feel with this card coming in, Spirit saying, let's refocus that. Let's refocus that.
Yeah.
Nice. Everyone wants to know what deck that is.
Okay. I have this box here because I get asked every time. So it's the Modern Love deck, exploring the many facets of love, by Ethany. And so all her cards she's painted. These are her paintings that have gone. This is like strength there. So she paints these.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What I got for us today is the 10 of Swords and the Page of Cups, which is meaning there's a resolution coming from difficult times, and a new emotional experiences are coming in. So let go of the past, and you got new positive events coming.
I got yes.
Yes.
That
Yes.
vibration. Vibrate on a happy level. Trust in the universe. Trust in your spirit guide. Trust in the angels. Yes. The power of yes. The power of positivity.
Oh, yay.
Well, that's kind of funny with who's it? Marie Henson. She said she's quitting smoking or whatever. 10 of Swords here. That's the end of an addictive time. Also.
Thank you, Diva.
And
Thank you, Diva. Blessings to you.
Codependency. So that was an interesting one for that.
Ooh, awesome. That's great.
Probably a good time to release it.
Yes.
Blessings, Diva.
Thank you, Diva.
Okay, everyone have a wonderful Sunday and great week ahead of you. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Andrea.
Moderators, donators, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, my soul family.
Great questions we read on today.
Yeah, it's nice to get away from all political too and mix it in there. That was kind
a
of
mix, yeah. That's why I always put like current events or current.
Yeah.
I just and thanks for all the love, everyone. Loving each other and loving on us. So thank you so much. What a great community.
a wonderful Sunday.
Yay.
Oh, come on.
11